Yin, who is a professional Wandan from China, and she's going to lead us off. The general topic is Go in China today, and then I'll talk a little bit about Go in China yesterday, and she's going to talk about growing up in Go. So, Mingming, hello.
Hi, thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am not sure how many people here have heard the stories about lives of Chinese professional Weiqi players. Some of you here may not even know who I am. So let me introduce myself. My name is Mingming Yin, professional Wandan from China. I am here to talk about my personal experiences growing up as a student of Weiqi, and to share with you what I believe to be an interesting story. I hope that everyone here will like my story and learn something new. Also, it is my pleasure to be here today. Last summer, I had a vacation back to China. One of the most important things for me was to visit my Weiqi teacher and pro friends. I had a chance to have a lunch with my professional teacher and friends. After the lunch, my teacher loved to bring me to our professional Weiqi school in Beijing, which is Ningguang Weiqi School. I remember there was a Weiqi schools tournament happening on that day, which one of the professional Weiqi schools in Beijing will hold a tournament every 2 months. And at that time, Ningguang Weiqi School was holding the tournament. And I noticed that most children were so young, like only 6 years old. It is true, because these days, children start learning Weiqi when they're in kindergarten. Also, I realized that more and more children like playing Weiqi. I guess that most parents want their children to learn Weiqi. Maybe many have the same reasons as my parents. They often want their children to learn one of the 4 cultivative arts that express essence of Chinese culture, because parents don't know what kind of talent their children have. And Chinese parents believe that studying Weiqi can improve their IQ and logical thinking. Parents always hope their children to become smart, so that maybe this is one of the most important reasons that many children studying Weiqi. However, when I went back to China last summer, I didn't meet all of my professional friends because some of them went back to their hometown to set up their own Weiqi schools in their cities. They told me that they don't regret to give up playing Weiqi as a professional Weiqi player. Instead, they are proud that they can train more and more children to become professional and spread Weiqi to everywhere. This may be other reason more children study Weiqi. Also, Chinese Weiqi Association is excited of more people are playing Weiqi, so Chinese Weiqi Association holds more tournaments, even more than 150 tournaments every year. Even Chinese Weiqi Association increased the quota of people in Chinese protest tournament from 20 people to 25 people. Which 20 are boys and 5 are girls. Back to my time, there were only 20 people. 18 were boys and only 2 were girls. However, becoming a professional is also a dream for a lot of children. I am the one of those children whose dream it was to become professional. Everyone has different experiences and several unforgettable memories impressed in their minds. The day I was born is the point of origin on my timeline. I am fated to start my life from this point, but from here, I can develop 100 ways. On this endless line, there have been 3 points reflecting 3 periods that are very important in my mind. On August 1st, 1990, I arrived in this brand new world. There were strong and warm hands there to hold me up very carefully and with love. Since that day, my parents decided that they would do everything they can do for me, and they could love me more than anyone and anything. Could you push the button? Okay. Just next. Just continue to push the button. I'm continuing to talk. Is it okay? Okay. I was too young to remember what happened to me as a baby. However, according to my parents, I was not afraid at all as a child, even though my cheeks and my chin were always bleeding because I would fall down many times. I could also memorize hundreds of Chinese poems, especially those which I learned from my dad when I sat on his shoulder walking around in my hometown. I went to my kindergarten when I was 3 years old, and I danced on the stage with my kindergarten friends, learned how to ride a bike, and had a lot of fun with my dad. After that, I traveled to many places in China on family trips until I turned 7 years old, which is the usual age at which children go to primary school. Okay. Yeah, it's me. Okay, go ahead. And yeah, just continue. Yeah, I was getting older. And next. And next. Okay, this is my timeline. Okay, could you go next? Go next. Okay, and I have another picture. Okay. In 1997, a sunny, clever little girl with short hair was influenced by her father's excitement and interest to study learning Weiqi. This girl was me. My father supported my efforts all the time, and I could not be where I am without him. My parents are very serious of my education. My dad, in particular, believed that studying Weiqi was the best choice for me. They believed that learning Weiqi could not only improve my memory, imagination, and judgment, but also could develop my character, gave me the ability to fight with difficulties, and make it possible for me to pursue perfection in all parts of my life. Because of these reasons and more, my dad brought me to Weiqi class. I met my first teacher there, who had also been my dad's teacher. Okay, next. And next. And next. And next. Okay. Here's my first Weiqi teacher. After 3 months, I promoted to low-level class from the beginning level class, and I worked and I started very, very hard. You know, when children feel good and proud of doing something, it will make them want to do it even more. At least I feel this way myself, and become more interested in playing and studying Weiqi. I am not sure what kind of feeling I had at that time, but I guess that my reasons for playing Weiqi was not only to win the games. Instead, I was happy to see my improvement step by step, based on my hard work Even though I was the weakest student in my top level class after 3 months, I didn't give up, and also I had the belief that I had to work harder to exceed everyone. Okay, could you do next? Okay, could you stop a little? Everyone comes to him or her who waits. A few months later, I won the female teenagers championship in my hometown. At that time, everyone was so shocked, and even my teacher was so surprised because I was the youngest, and also I had started learning Weiqi later than the other students. After that, could you go next? After that, I played some tournaments in my province, and in 1999, I won the second place in my provincial tournament. Next. And next. Yeah. On the right side, that girl who holding the certificate was me. It's me. Okay. Could you go next? Yeah. No, just with girls. After that, my teacher and my dad were like cats on the brakes because they had been considering that I should continue onto a bigger stage for my Weiqi. People around me thought that I was talented with Weiqi because I was improving so fast. In the summer of 1999, my dad decided to enroll me in a professional Weiqi school in Beijing called Xingzhou Weiqi School. My teacher and my dad wanted to see if it was possible for me to become a professional. At that time, I was almost 9 years old. I was so excited the first day that I arrived at my school. However, when everything was set and my dad was to return back to my hometown, sadness came from deep within my heart. I felt that I was so lonely and everyone was a stranger to me. Okay. I had to do everything by myself, and my darling daddy, my personal harbor, was drifting further and further away from me. Suddenly, tears were welling up in my eyes, but all I could do was bite my lip and wave to my dad. I enjoyed studying in Weiqi school. All of the teachers were so nice to me and liked me, even though they were always very strict when we were playing games. Studying in my Weiqi school made me stronger because as a 9-year-old, I had to deal with everything by myself. When I lost the games and my Weiqi teacher yelled at me because I made some stupid mistakes. However, it didn't mean that I was afraid of facing difficulties. It didn't mean that I wanted to give it all up and go back to my parents' side, becoming my dad's little girl again. Instead, this time convinced me that I had to become stronger to win the games next time and not to make any mistakes again. Because of this power of insistence, my elementary school teachers liked me too, and my Weiqi teacher trained me and taught me more than other students. And this is my schedule of that school, and it's very intense. From 6:20 we got up until 9:30 we went to sleep. Everything has already made by my teacher, by my school. So actually, we don't have that much time to play games or hang out with friends. But it was fun. I enjoyed study there. Okay, could you do next? Okay, I was in my dorm in that school. I was so young. I was just a little girl. Okay, could you do next? Okay. However, something happened to me that almost caused me to give everything up. I had an accident at my Weiqi school and could not move from bed for 3 months. But I'm gonna skip what exactly happened to me because of the time. Okay, but it was really painful. After 3 months, my parents brought me back to my hometown, and my whole family didn't want me to keep learning Weiqi. After almost half year, I went back to studying in a normal school. I missed playing Weiqi so much, and I asked my parents to let me practice again. My whole family and my mother accepted, but they considered Weiqi to be my hobby, not considered Weiqi to be my profession, or they didn't want me to become professional. Only my dad still believed that I had the talent necessarily to become professional. Could you, okay, and next, and next. Okay. In 2001, I won a tournament in my province. My Weiqi teachers and my dad started thinking about how I should to study in a professional Weiqi school again. In the winter of 2002, I returned to my Weiqi school in Beijing again, but the truth is that my family was against this. Only my dad encouraged me. I studied very hard in my Weiqi school until I had a chance to compete in the pro test tournament in 2002. I won 6 games and lost 6 games. And it was not bad, actually, considering that I was playing one of the top tournaments in China. And also, in 2002, we didn't separate female and male. We played together. So it was not bad, actually. Okay. Could you do next? Yeah. Okay. Until the winter of 2004, one of the excellent Ningguang professionals of that time, Zheng Hong, Ningguang professional. I'm not sure if you know him. He noticed me in the top national amateur tournament and decided to teach me. And almost 1 year of his expert teaching, I won 5th place in the National Chinese Pro Test Tournament. At this point, other female players started to recognize me as true competition. Okay, you do next. In January of 2005, I transferred to Ningguang Weiqi School. This was my most difficult and happiest time in my amateur studying life until 2007, when I became a professional. Okay, could you do next? Since I had a very good result in the 2004 Pro Test tournament, my life became more intense as I started to prepare for the competition. I stopped attending a normal school and spent every day studying Weiqi. In Ningguang Weiqi School, there were many classes level. We played 2 games, 2 ranked matches every day, and a professional Weiqi teacher reviewed our games every day. This is Chinese, but I could explain that. In the first line, they have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those 5 are different levels class. So the first one is the strongest one, and the last one is the weakest one. And on your left side, there's from a Monday to Saturday, and we have a time from 6:30 we play game from 8:30 to early like 11:30, and we started again at 2 o'clock, and we will finish the game maybe until 6 o'clock, and the professional teacher will review our games at 6:45 or 7 o'clock. And actually, we don't have a Saturday because we still had to practice on Saturday. So on Saturday, we only played one game, and the professional teacher will review our game in the afternoon. Okay. In Ningguang School, there were many classes levels. We played 2 ranked matches every day, and a professional witch teacher reviewed our games every day. I felt as if we didn't have weekends because we would study from Monday to Saturday and then practice by ourselves on Sunday. Some of students were also taught by professional players outside the school because they knew that if we didn't study as hard as possible, other children would exit you and you would lose the attention of those around you. So everybody studied so hard at that time. Okay, could you do next? Each class had 3 groups, and each group had 6 people. See, we have 6 people. And people in each group had to play each other and every 5 games. So we have to play other 5 people. The top 2 got promoted to higher group. The last 2 people were sent to the lower group. You might think, hello? Oh, sorry. You might think we were desperate, but the truth was that we didn't care if we won as much as we care about learning something from the games. Even so, we had to win games and get to higher groups because only top class students could get game reviews from Ningguang. So only first, strongest class can get game review from Ningguang. So we didn't have a chance. We have to win and get to a stronger group. Okay, could you do next? And this is a Ningguang on your left side. And at that time, actually, do you recognize who that is? That girl, that lady? Actually, she's Guozhuan 5-dan professional. At that time, I think on that day, Guozhuan visited to my school, but I don't know, I can't remember which day. But I was sit next to Ningguang because I always sit next to Ningguang because Ningguang liked to ask me a lot of questions, like, hey, what do you think, Mingming, now? And what are you going to play next move? And, you know, so I always sit next to him. Okay, even though we didn't have time to hang out with friends, and instead of just played all the time, we were very happy. We shared our thoughts and experience, grow up together, improved together, and cheered each other on. Like before we played some tournaments, we also had a kind of a group, like to discuss something before we play the tournament. So we're very happy and we enjoyed studying there. Okay. And Ningguang was standing in the middle. And Chang Hao, do you know Chang Hao, 9-dan professional? Next to him. And next one is Gu Li. And all of those professionals are Ningguang students. And they came to Ningguang, which is school, to review games very often. Okay, next. This is what happened to us when we play the games in our school. Okay, next. Okay, this is me when I was playing games in my Weiqi school. Okay, could you do next? Okay. When the 2005 Chinese protest tournament finally came, I was so nervous and I played quite badly. I only won one game and I was unlimited. You know, if a person loses 5 games, the tournament will kick you out. No, I'm just kidding. But it's true, this person will be limited, so you cannot play the tournament anymore if you lose more than 5 games. So at that time, I only won 1 game. My professional teacher would also preach that if we regard this tournament as a 100%, skill would be 40%, mentality would be 40%, and with the last 20%, is like luck. You have a luck, and it's something like that. My skill was sharp at that time, but I was too eager and wanted to win every game. Also, I was also afraid that I would not be able to play as well as the year before. So I was nervous, during especially this tournament, protest tournament in China. Everybody's skill is almost same. So you gotta control your feeling and don't be nervous. If you become nervous, some move that you are afraid of playing, so it will make you nervous and afraid. So you can't play as well as you just become normal. Okay. I was so sad at that time, and my whole family was so disappointed of me. My mom was so mean, and she said, when I was walking with you out the door of the tournament building, people kept asking me about your result. I felt so ashamed and disappointed. I was afraid of seeing and talking to people. Yes, my mom said that to me because, I played very, very well in 2004, but I don't know what happened to me. Maybe I was too nervous and I only won 1 game. And my whole family was very disappointed of me. After the tournament, I was very scared of talking to my parents because I knew they had doubts about if I should keep practicing. Then we had a family meeting and they asked me what I thought about my future. I began to understand that they had worried about me so much because I had stopped studying in grade school, and if I couldn't become a professional, it would be a very, very difficult situation. For those reasons, I suggested going back to grade school, but also I didn't want to give up my Weiqi. Fortunately, I didn't lose my courage. I began to study harder because I really didn't want to make my parents disappointed in me again. I wanted to prove to them that I could accomplish what they thought was too difficult for me. I would always tell myself that I had to get up when I fell down. I spoke to my dad and we decided that we was going to study in grade school in the morning and practice Weiqi in the afternoon and night. But it was really tough because I have to get up like 5:30 and to do my homework, and went to my grade school, and after 12 p.m. I finished my grade school and I had some lunch, and I will go to my Weiqi school until 9 or 10 o'clock. And after I go back to my apartment, and I had to do life and death problems by myself. I didn't have time to play with my friends, no time. Okay. I was growing up and getting stronger. Time passed so fast. And before I knew it was the time to compete in the pro test tournament again in 2006, I was very confident, but still not 100% sure that I could become pro. And I placed third in the pro test tournament. I closely brushed against my chance to become a pro, but fell short because only the top 2 could become professional. At that time, only 2 girls could become professional, and I won 3rd place. So I was really, really sad. It was too close. To come this close to professional, I had to give the whole year. I was becoming tired of learning Weiqi, and I believed that I had tried my best, but still failed, and I felt that my parents were disappointed in me again, especially my dad. Okay, this picture, I was playing in 2006 pro test tournament. Okay, next. Just stop here. After I went back to my hometown, I didn't talk and never smiled at people. Finally, one day, I broke down in front of my dad. My dad held me and said, my baby girl, no matter how old you are always my little sweet daughter. But you have to know that crying doesn't mean anything. Crying cannot bring what you want. You are growing up and you are not a kid anymore. You have to know what is the best for you and what you really want. But if you are really too tired and upset, maybe it's time to give up. I decided to try once again. I asked for 1 more year and promised that I will do my best. If I failed in the 2007 pro tournament, I would give it up and go back to being a normal student in a grade school because I really, really gave a lot. Okay, next. And finally, I worked very, very hard, and finally, I won the 1st place in pro test tournament in 2007. And I won all of the games. Since 2004 or 3, nobody won all of the games in that tournament. Also, in my hometown, after 20 years, nobody became professional. I am the only one after 20 years. Thank you. Okay, could you do next? Yeah. We had 6 people in Ningguang Weiqi school who became professional player in 2007. Okay, next. Since I started competing in the pro test tournament in 2002, it had been 6 long years. Paying 6 long years had finally given something back to me. So finally, I won all of the games in 2007 pro test tournament. I appreciate my training, because I had a very unique experience which many people don't have, and I was able to learn a lot from it. I'm thankful for my family, especially my dad, because I could not have been successful if he had not been there with me all the time. I still remember that there was a journalist who did an interview. He asked my dad, "What is the most impressive or hardest thing for Mingming since she started learning Weiqi in Beijing?" My dad said, "Actually, I cannot remember how many hard things Mingming happened to me. But she's so strong and she beat all of the difficulties. Everyone who is studying and all parents trying to train their children to become professional in Beijing live with tears and difficulties." I paid a lot for my Weiqi life, but I believe that my dad and my teachers also gave a lot, maybe more than me, to support me on this path. I am thankful for all of their help. Could you do next? And could you do next? And after that, I became a professional. I played a lot of tournaments, like, of course, professional tournaments. And he is the national female team coach, Wang Lei. I'm not sure if you know him. He is very, very good teacher. And I was playing Perigo with him. I was so nervous because he's so strong, and I'm afraid of I will make a mistake and he will yell at me, maybe. So I was nervous. And next picture, I was playing female national team tournaments. And could you do next? And this picture that I was playing a promotion tournament, if I should say that, like, I'm professional 1 dan, and I have to play 1 more tournament, then I can become 2 dan, something like that. Next. Oh, I won this tournament is very, very important to me because after I won this tournament, I could get the title of the top athlete in China. So this is very important to me. Okay, next. And I won championship in my hometown again. And next. And I played some tournaments. And next. Yeah, next. Okay. This tournament is also a team tournament, but I was playing with male team tournaments. Only girl, that was me, to play that tournament. By the way, in team tournaments in China, girls, 1 team of a female has to be 2 people, but a female has to be like four people as a team. So my other teammates are all boys. Okay. Also, this is the last tournament I played before I came here. And I won 3 games, I lost 4 games with boys. It was not bad. Okay, 2010, I came to US. And I went to New York Go Club, and I meet a lot of friends. And could you do next? And I came here last year to play a US Open and Strong Player tournaments. Next. And also I played the Perigo with my friend, Curtis. And next. And I went to MIT, thank American Collegiate Weiqi Association, Will, and Cole, and Michael, and David. obviously not here. Okay, next. Okay, yeah, I was doing the game review. Okay, next. Okay, I would give some advice to all of the players who want to become stronger. I have 3 words to give it to you. The first one is practice. Of course, everybody knows we have to practice. Like this is my Weiqi books, and this is the only part of my Weiqi books. I have like maybe, this is just one bookcase, and I have like 3 or 4 more. And the next one is insistence. Could you do next? You have to keep trying and don't give up, even though you have a lot of difficulties you have to face. Just don't give up and trust yourself, you can do it. Because, you know, I played like 6 years and become professional. Okay, could you do next picture? And the last one is confidence. You have to trust yourself. Like what I said in 2005 pro test tournament, I felt because I was nervous and I was not confident. So the confidence is very, very important. And also, I suggest you to record your game, every game, and do some comments like what I did. Could you go back to last picture? All of the notebooks are my games. I recorded every game because, you know, my professional teacher told me, the first reason you record and you do some comments with your games is because after you improve yourself, you can go back to see how much you improved. And also, it is easy to remember what kind of mistake you make, and you will never forget, and you will never make it again. Okay, could you do next? Okay, next. Okay, that's it. And thank you, all of you, and thank you, my dad, my teacher, and Mr. Joshua Guarino, because he helped me my English. Thank you. Thank you.